Hey everybody, welcome back. This here is another fan that I got from my recent weekend trip to Ohio. It's the second fan. And this one came from the same exact place, same exact person. Came from my best friend who works at the restore in his local restore. And this came in after the 1895. This one came in more recently. But yeah, he sent me the picture and I was like, I will gladly take that off your hands. So, yeah, he took it home and then I went up to visit him this weekend and now I got it. So, yeah, this is the Sears turn of the century 52-inch ceiling fan, made by Emerson, of course. This is the K-55 version, um, or also known as the designer, the Casablanca designer version. Um, it's the version that's like a rebrand of the Casablanca Classic, actually, I think, because they had many different versions of these, but yeah, this is the K-55 dropped flywheel version. And I do have one identical to this already. So, but like I said, I'll always gladly to take more. Can't get enough of these old K-55 fans. Um, Especially these old Emersons. Yeah, so this is the like basic of the basic variant. This is the 3-speed model without the blade badges, although it's not the most basic because it does have the ornate sideband. And like I said, I have one exactly identical to this, same exact finish, brown and brass with the brass sideband, no blade badges, and 3-speed. The one that I have has a light kit though, or it came with a light kit. So it didn't come with the nose cap. This one did come with the nose cap, which is a huge plus. Um, Now, the pull chain, you can see there is original. It's the original Arkless pull chain and the original wooden ball pendant, but it has been cut. Originally, it would have been about like 8 or so inches long, um, like all from the factory, all one length, but somebody has cut it, unfortunately. Um, yeah, now they had different versions of these, like I mentioned. They had these, the 3-speed version, there was the variable speed version, and then there was the Deluxe version, which is variable speed with blade badges. I have another one of these, which I've now mentioned many times. I have an antique brass Deluxe version with the blade badges and variable speed. And I've got a polished brass 3-speed version. I don't think that one does not have blade badges, no. Polished brass 3-speed with no blade badges. I used to have a polished brass variable speed version with blade badges, but the variable speed was all screwed up in that one. Don't think I ever made a video of that one, but I gave that one away to Chandru last year, so don't have that one anymore. But I also have the KB55 version, basically the exact same design as this, except, or like visually, except it had a KB55 motor. It was basically a rebrand of the 1895 series, and the finish was a little bit different. It's like a darker brown. This is kind of like a metallic grayish brown. So that's and it was also textured. This one's smooth, so that's interesting. Um, yeah, they had versions that had the ornate sideband, ones that didn't have the ornate sideband. I think all of mine have the ornate sideband. No, the polished brass one I have does not have the ornate sideband. That one has a plain smooth sideband. But yeah, they made many different variations, and then of course, after they discontinued the stack motor models, they went on to the Lasco models, or the ones that were with Sanyo motors, the skeletal motors. You know, but yeah, I have a few of those. But anyway, yeah, this one is from, it's dated 1981. There's a little sticker on the inside of the canopy. I don't think I'll be able to show you that, but because it's up there on the ceiling. But anyway, yeah, I didn't really have to do much of anything to this one, except for oil the nylon bushing between the nose and the flywheel. That always goes dry. That's pretty much when you get one of these. It's the first thing you want to do. It's pretty much a given that they're going to be dry and rattly. The nose on this one, for some reason, I cannot tighten. I don't know why. I've been able to tighten all the noses on all the other ones I've ever had, except for this one. It's like still spinning freely, so I don't know what the deal with that is. And then it's complete, 100% complete. It came with the mounting bracket and everything. The only thing it's missing is one of the little washers on the blade to blade arm screws. You can see it's the blade on the left, the middle screw. And my friend, he put it up when he got it. Like, he hung this fan up in his basement just to test it out real quick, and it did have all the washers then. So he said he'll look for it, but if he can't find it, that's not a huge deal. I'm sure I can find a spare. Yeah, I guess. Don't know if there's anything else to talk about with this fan. Let's start it up on high now. Yeah, this is the Casablanca Classic rebrand version, not the designer version. The designer version is the plastic one. I don't know why I said that. I do have a designer one. That's the one that I refer to as the kitchen fan, the one with the big oval vents. Yeah, so this is basically the Casablanca Classic rebrand, because those were all metal. It's making a little bit of noise. It wasn't making that before. It's just the nose rubbing against that bushing on the flywheel again. When we fix that, it's basically dead silent. There's a little bit of motor whine, but that's pretty much typical of these K-55s. They like to whine. It was not doing this last night. I don't know why it's making noises. Yeah, moving a lot of air. Pretty much expected performance. Medium. The light just flickered. Did not like that change in current. That was in real time. That wasn't a video glitch. And then the other one that I have, the other one that's identical to this, I did have that one installed in the addition for some time. If you remember, back when we first moved in. The one with the stained glass shade, which is still up there on the fan that I have there now. So there's your medium. I think we're going to have to deal with that clicking noise from the nylon bushing. I don't know what the deal with that is. Of course, it runs perfectly silent when I'm not filming, and then when I go to film, it decides to make noises. See what I mean about the nose being completely loose? I spent a good 30 minutes last night trying to tighten it, and no matter what I did, could not make it tight. If I did, I was tightening it up against the flywheel and binding everything up, and that's not good. So, it's probably fine as is. Certainly not as bad as the Newtone noses where the rubber bushing that rots. Pretty good medium. Down to low. These tend to have pretty nice slow lows too. Not as slow as like the 4-speed 1895 versions, but it's not bad. I'd say that's almost restaurant low. Maybe a little bit faster than restaurant low. It's definitely on the functional side, but yeah, I like it. It's got that malaise wobble to it. Alright. Back up to high. Still making noises, like ever so slightly. Maybe I need to shoot a little more oil in the bushing. Oh well, that'll be a problem for another time. Let's spin it down. Alright, pretty good bearings. I saw a little bit of kickback there, so maybe I'll leave it running to try to break them in, but reverse the fan now. And if I could find the reverse switch, there it is. First switch is on top of the motor. Start it up on low. Maybe the wobble will be better in reverse. It's not swaying like it was in forward. None of that malaise wobble. Great medium. And high. It's about the same on medium and high, but it seemed like it was better on low. Alright. Give you an up close view now. Well, you've seen this fan before, or similar fan, but for this particular fan, really, really nice shape actually. That brass sideband is beautiful. Beautiful shape. The blades are in pretty good shape. There's a few scratches, but these blades scratch really easily. So, not sure what that mark is. But, and there you can see the one that's missing, the washer. Flywheel. Like I said, I cannot get this tightened. Nose cap, and then the Arkless pull chain. The ball. This would have been about like that long or so from the factory. vent screen, which is still intact, which is a miracle because this foam vent screen likes to disintegrate after a period of time, especially if it's like in a dry location or outside or somewhere like a screened-in porch. So on top here you got your little hump on the top of the motor for the accommodate for the K-55. Emerson tuna can canopy. The reverse switch is right over here. And here's your informations on top. Sears Roebuck and Company, model 292.905, oh, 906600. Sorry, I'm reading it upside down, so I'm pretty sure that, yeah, 906600. And, which, as I mentioned, where's that sticker? Maybe you can see it inside of the canopy. I don't know. It's dated June of 1981. It's like a specific date, but I don't remember the specific date. So yeah. And you can see, of course, the K-55 motor with this K-55 flywheel that's stepped, not the like the older K-63 ones that were smooth. But yeah, so not sure if I left anything out about this one. Very, very cool ceiling fan. Always happy to have another one of these old Emersons. Love, love, love them, of course. So that is the Sears Emerson turn of the century ceiling fan. Thank you guys for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next video.